Hello everyone, welcome back to the Road to Rank 1. Got another Corki game for you guys. So this was into Galio Blind Pick, and into Galio Blind Pick you can play basically whatever you want, which is pretty nice. So I went for a very greedy Corki pick. Now in the last Corki video, I think I played the Poke Corki variant. I actually can't remember, but anyway, there's two types Corki you can do. You know, you can do the like Manamune Malignance type of build, and you can also do Crit Corki. So I think Crit Corki scales better. I guess issue of Crit Corki is that against some comps it can be hard to actually auto and deal damage. I feel like against this there's actually not a whole lot of threat. There's like the Lee Sin Galio combo, but after that all the threat is gone. So I'm gonna go for, I think, like Tear, Essence Reaver, Manamune. I actually have the build over here on the screen. Tear, Essence Reaver, Manamune, Rapid Fire IE. So like the good old days on Corki. Now this is Ignite Galio, so I might need to be like a tiny bit more careful, but overall, I mean, it should be very, very easy. And I'm assuming that I can get a ton of CS this game as well, because there also isn't a whole lot of threat on the side lane. Now, I was thinking he could actually invade my Shaker at level 1. Okay, no, he was just guarding the entrance to ward, I guess. I'm actually not totally sure. Let's start E and just poke a little bit, get pushed on the wave. So it looks like the enemy jungler solo started, which, yeah, obviously we don't know 100% where he started, but we'll probably just play it a little safer. As long as we take W at level 2, that should be fine. We shouldn't have a whole lot to care about. You can go Q level 2 in Corki. In fact, you can even do 2 points Q before you put a point in W, but I think if you're against like something like Galio Lee Sin, it is good just to take your... W early, because you're not worried so much. Like, you really don't need a lead against Galio. You just need to make sure the Galio doesn't get ahead, right? Like, you really, really want to make sure that you have 0 deaths in this game, basically. Now, there's a couple things that could happen. Shaker's about to gank bot, which means possibly the jungler can go into my top side. And so I probably should try and ward this. At the same time, it's pretty scary for me to walk in there, knowing that, like, if he is checking, or if he is going on that side, and then I then face check the Lee Sin right now, it'd be pretty bad for me. So I think overall, I'm just going to drop my ward bot side for safety. That potentially is a mistake. I don't 100% know that. But yeah, I'm just going to try, like, yeah, make sure I hug heavily to that ward, and I'll be fine. Again, like, I always say this, but you can min-max your wards quite a lot, but as long as you just place a ward and hug to it, normally you'll be fine. Now, I don't really want to TP gank this. I also think I can't anyway. I'm just going to get cancelled by Galio, so that sucks for him. If I were a different champ, potentially I would TP counter gank that. If there's something a little less selfish, you know, something like an Ahri, potentially you could. Not only would you have CC to actually help that, but also, like, you don't need to be just in lane, like a max CSPM at all time, basically. Well, that looks pretty good. Oh, nice. Dude, there's actually no better feeling in League than, like, looking at your side lanes and they're winning. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, that feels good. So, yeah, we've kept Galio mid for now, which is, again, really good. We don't need a CS lead, but mainly we're just trying to limit his windows to, you know, move around the map. I actually think the Ignite is a big mistake from him. I think having Ghost or having TP is much better. You know, obviously Ghost is really, really good for... What the... Dude. Ghost is really, really good for Galio and team fights, and also quite good for just for sprinting to plays in the river. Now I should be able to shove this in. It is a cannon wave, so it takes me a while, but I do have TP, so I'm going to be able to base TP anyway. So let's shove this while we can. Possibly I don't get it all the way under the tower, but I don't really want to, like, base TP freeze if I can, because I think freezing against Galio is normally a bad idea. Let's see. Is it going to go under? I think it should. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to grab our tier, and then we're just going to start itemizing towards Essence Reaver as our first item. So we'll probably just go for a double longsword, and I think I will TP. So I could save TP here if I wanted, because I'm not actually going to lose the wave, but I want to contest Galio and try and just make it difficult again for him to roam. He's still going to have a window, but I can, like, potentially slow this down, right? Like, you can see right now, he's not really allowed to auto the wave. I can kind of, like, stop him from entering river a little, and just try and just generally make it more difficult for him to get this roam off. I'm just going to drop a ward there as well. That may protect bot lane. Yeah, so I'll pull the wave. I don't want to freeze this, though. Again, like, normally against, like, roaming champs, you don't actually have to worry about them roaming until 6, but Galio can definitely roam 3-6, especially if bot lane is, like, low HP. Now, my bot lane might have been fine, because it's not like Ezreal Soraka has a lot of setup, but at the same time, I don't really lose anything by pushing this wave out, except perhaps a little bit of safety. But I think because I have my W, and I don't think... I mean, Galio Lee Sin is a really good combo, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's that good versus Corki. right? Like, I can just dash away. So, honestly, this is a perfect game state for me. Just 49 CS at 5 minutes. Just absolutely chilling. Now, Galio might coin flip a roam bot. Okay, good. He comes back mid. And I'm just going to invest mana, again, to just, like, keep this wave shoved. Try and make his life difficult. Whenever he uses Q on the wave like that, try and walk forward and try, like, zone him a little bit off the wave. Because, again, you're not even, like, so much trying to deny CS as you are just trying to absolutely, like, pin him in lane. So every time he comes up, I will use cooldowns on him. And another trick you can do is if you win 1v1, you can start hitting their waves super early. And this is the absolute worst nightmare for a champ that needs to roam. Because as you can see, his wave is, like, pretty much dead before he can even, like, touch his wave, right? And so that means that even if he could get prior, there's just, like, no way to. So you might be wondering, like, what does Galio do? Or what are you meant to do in this situation? Really, you need, like, jungle or support help. And the first thing is he can't get support help because he has a Soraka, which is, like, that's a reason why you wouldn't pick Galio with Soraka, right? Ideally, you either pick Galio into a winning matchup where you know you can get prior, or you pick it into a matchup where your support and jungle can assist you, right? Like if you're playing versus a mobile mage and you have Lee Sin, Leona, or Nautilus, or Rel, or whatever, like then you can do something, right? But here, there isn't enough threat from their mid jungle, well, and their support, which is making my life easy. Obviously, this is easier than normal as well because my bot lane is winning, right? Like if my entire team were losing, Galio would probably have more opportunities to run around and impact the map, but like I have gotten lucky in that sense, right? Like I still think I'm doing what I can with what I've been given, but there's no doubt that it's easier when your sides are winning because it's a bit harder for Galio just to like give up a bunch of CS and dive. So we'll keep doing what we can here. I did drop my ward pretty aggressively on their Raptors, so I do need to be a little careful of that, especially while Shaco's showing top. Now I am running a little bit low on mana, so I don't want to like commit too much to this wave. Getting ganked by Soraka. As you can see though, right, like it's not much threat. If that were a Nautilus or something, like potentially I get chunked out pretty heavily there. So what are we looking for at the moment? We're trying to find a reset without losing a whole lot. So Galio's so we can probably look to just reset when Galio resets. Alternatively, we can look to reset when we have package, but that's still 2 minutes away, and same with TP. So probably what we're trying to do is just be ultra efficient and then get a base off without losing anything. It's super, like I can't emphasize this enough, super important for Corki to never give waves. Like you do not want to give waves for pretty much like any reason, unless you're like roaming to a play. Like you want to be in lane grabbing minions at like every stage of the game, basically. And that's exactly what we're doing here. And you know, Galio matching me with CS, it kind of is the only thing he can do right now. Like to be honest, Galio's not really doing a bad job with the hand he's been dealt. But I do think picking Galio here is pretty, I would say pretty troll. Like I think Galio blind pick with say like a Soraka Sport is just not very smart. I could have stolen that or a bit quicker. Can I shove this in time? I think the answer is no. So this is a cannon wave, so it's probably going to take me too long to shove. Oh, I could shove it. I think I'm... Actually, okay, because they're making plays bot, I think I will shove it. Just that way, Galio can't roam straight bot now, because it's possible that Galio is just running straight bot. So if I'd based, I'd be in a better position to stop Galio on the next wave. But if I push this wave, at least Galio gets taxed again on this wave. If Galio shows bot... Okay, I was going to say, if Galio shows bot here, I will cancel my recall and hit the plate. But I'm not going to do that. So now Galio has one window to roam. So this is like, yeah, actually I'm going to buy a cull. It's a little late, but honestly I have nothing else to buy. So I could have put a longsword for my mana munis. Yeah, that might have been better. Anyway, this is Galio's one window to roam, so they're probably going to die to this, and there's not much I can do about that. Like, I've tried to minimize the windows as much as I can. At the same time, like, Galio's a champ built for roaming. Oh my god. Yo, Elo Heaven, anyone? Galio is a champ built for roaming, so at some point he's probably going to get a successful run, right? So we can't really do anything about that. All we can do is just, you know, again, keep power farming mid, and we can pull ahead that way. Like, for this roam bot, Galio should end up giving up, like, probably 2 waves. He'll give up a play, and, like, that is... I mean, that's pretty bad when you're the champ that gets outscaled, right? Like, in fact, he gets heavily outscaled. So... just gonna keep hitting this. Can I make a play here? I can come help him if he needs. Doesn't seem like it. But yeah, anyway, we got quite a lot here to stop this guy from coming back in as well. Maybe get some first frag money. Again, Soraka's mid, but because it's not a ganking support, we're not worried about it. That makes life a lot easier. Now, I should be careful here while I don't have W, just because, like... yeah, this is probably, like, the one window I could get punished. Yeah, I'm just gonna be a bit careful. Okay, it's still Soraka. Ooh. Well, a little misplay by me. So like I said, I needed to be just a tiny bit safer there. I thought I was fine, but the silence is what ended up killing me. You know, like I thought I'd be fine with the W. But I got silenced, and then I couldn't quite flash in time to avoid the leak queue. So a little bit of a misplay from me, unfortunately. And I honestly don't think it impacts the game, but it definitely takes this game from being one I was, quite proud of what I was doing early to now I'm not particularly happy. What is going on down there? I suppose it does make the game a little more interesting, though. So I might pick up this package. That's mainly because I want to save my TP here, so I'm just going to get on the map, and we can probably do grubs with my package. And yeah, try to do something with it. Normally you do want to save a package for drag, but if you can find like a good reset or, you know, grubs or something with it, then generally that's like a good way to use it. So I'll probably just shove this, drop a ward in topside jungle to make sure they can't contest, and then I should have time to take this plate as well. So I'm just going to quickly stop the ward up there, take this plate. I could maybe even package their raptors. I think that actually... Ooh. Okay, I was going to package the raptors, probably a good thing I didn't. Oh, we didn't end up actually doing this. I do have package though if we want to fight. Galio might come up here. My package is about to fade. He might be in that bush. Yeah, I'm just going to package this for damage, I think. And I think here it probably is better to just come to the objective. Although it's going to be a fight, and we have Zilean coming. So even though I'm like relatively weak here, I think because of our numbers advantage, it like should be winning, at least until Soraka gets here. Okay, maybe we can focus Galio down. Doing a lot of damage. Okay, we got one reset. Do we end up winning this? I think the answer is not really. Although, I mean, maybe. Oh, wow, yeah, okay, Zilean absolutely turbo-smurfed this fight. But, okay, yeah, Zilean played really, really well in that fight. So that was, like, a fight that, honestly, it was, like, definitely carried by my top laner, right? Like, we had a lot of strength there. And that could have been hard because Soraka is very, very good in these, like, early fights because... no one really has enough burst yet to deal with that, right? And so that's kind of like the best possible fight for Soraka. And maybe it was a mistake to grab package so early. Like, maybe I should have used TP and then held package for later. I'm not sure. Either way, it did work out, fortunately. I'll grab my Essence Reaver and my Swords. I think I will TP on the map here. Again, I want to kind of stop Galio from getting in this river and getting set up. And then I'm just going to go... Oh, yeah, Man Immune after this. Just shove that in. This could be risky. So I just saw Galio outside, but I have Shaker behind me, and I have my W. Drop that wall. Yeah, here we go. He doesn't have Sweeper either. Okay, so they might start this, and we currently don't have any bot priors, so I might just shove mid first. Like, generally, if your mid is not showing, it's a better idea to push mid and then contest, because, like, it's very scary to walk in, knowing that, like, you could be face-checking people, and also this way, at least, again, they, like, lose a little bit for it. So it's kind of just too difficult for me to enter river there. I think we lose that place. But, okay, now I can go to the side lane, which is definitely... Yeah, we did lose that play. I can go to the side lane, which is definitely good for me, because Galio can't really do a whole lot to me. I can get ganked by Lee, though, so I will have to be a little careful of that. So let me just come down here. Lee should be... I would say Lee is still bot side right now, so I do need to be careful on this wave, especially because Shaker is popping away from me. Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was doing that just 1v1 to clear, or if Lee were here, so... Yeah, for now, I think I might just go grab red, or maybe I'll leave it at Caitlyn. Honestly, it's better on Caitlyn's. Maybe I'll leave it. What? What? Did that guy just let him die? I guess he did. I don't know. Okay, so I'm assuming that Lee is topside. That is, like, an educated guess, I guess, because, like, he should have cleared the camp spot side and now be moving top. But it's not 100%, and I could die for this. But I also think there is value in just, like, making sure this wave goes all the way in. Okay, so someone hit that top plant just there, and I think it has to be Lee. Everyone else is showing. So I'm just going to keep going. So even though I have no vision here, I kind of used process of elimination and, like, a little bit of guesswork that Lee had done his bot camps to allow me to shove this all the way in. And then it looks like Galio's up there as well. So right now, no one's bot. This is very, very important as Corki, that you know how to play selfishly. And again, what that looks like is, you know, you take as much gold as you can on the side lane. You make sure you, like, fight all the objectives and, you know, take jungle camps. Basically, just do whatever you can to get ahead in gold. So, like, right now, I don't have TP, so obviously I can't join the fight, but I'm just making sure to take as much gold as I possibly can on the other side of the map. And so even though I can't join that fight, I like, basically, I will secure a team fight win for my team later on. This is, like, suspiciously close. Holy moly. I got 0-5. I didn't have many rockets up, so I guess that's why it was so close, but still. Okay. Anyway, I'll look for the reset. Also, I guess I have Tyr and Cull still. Okay, look at my runes. Actually, I have the grittiest setup possible. But that's good, right? If you somehow manage to win early game with full scaling runes, which I did, mainly because my team capped them, you'll be in a good spot. But now you can really see, I guess, the limitation of Corki versus Galio, right? Like, he is down 2 levels and 60 CS, and, like, it's gonna get a lot worse. So, like, right here, I have TP in 30, so I could run to this and try and contest this, but I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna walk out bot side. I'm gonna take these Krugs, because Shaco is currently top. That means, like, I'm allowed, basically, well, not allowed, but, like, he is too far away to farm these anyway, so I might as well take them. So I'll grab these, and then I want to go to this wave, but given my whole team's top side, and I don't see anyone bot side, it's kind of risky. So I think what I'll do, I'm just going to try... Yeah, it's kind of risky. My whole team's making a play top. I think I'm just going to ward this bush. I'd like to get this ward deeper in, but I don't think I can. And then I'm just going to play to survive bot. I think I should be fine as long as I clear kind of like to my vision. Okay, so Lee shows top, and now it's like the same thing as before. Now we just like try and push in as much as possible. I guess Galio could be here. All right, Ezreal shows mid, so this has to be a 1v1 at the moment if Galio is down here. Just want to scout the bush in case he's in there, but otherwise, there's nothing really to be careful of. I suppose he could be behind me, but I'm pretty sure I win the 1v1 at this point. And I can hit this tower, even though I don't have vision. I think it's fine. Like, I think everyone is still top. So I'm just going to siege this tower down. Whenever you get a side lane turret, you get so much gold. So I'm just using my rockets here to make sure I get Sheen procs. I'm going to take the tower right now. Well, yeah, I just got rich off that. Can I push one more? I think I can. So I'm going to push one more. And then I'm going to take whatever camps I can before recalling. And then I'm going to play for drag. Can I save her? Oh, yeah, she's good. Oh. I'm coming. I'll go this way. Oh, maybe I'll take these as well. Oh! I think I'm fine. I better flash, though. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I have a ton of gold, so I want to make sure that I reset before this third drag. That's very important. If I had been a bit healthier, I maybe could have taken away more camps, but I wasn't really able to. So I'm just going to reset. I'm going to grab my Manamune, and I'm going to start building my Rapid Fire. So I'll probably just buy... Actually, don't know what's best. I'll buy a Crit Cloak. Dragons in 30, so I'll quickly grab this package. This way I can save my TP, and I'll just deploy on the map. So because they're dead, they're probably giving this anyway, which means what I can do is I can probably greed and take the enemy Raptor in the meantime. So I'm just going to sprint to these, again, like really trying to max your farm, and I can still get here if I need to. If someone face checks this push as well, I could probably kill them. So, okay, I can't kill Lee. That guy's a bit tanky. So I'll just take away the Raptors and then leave. And then I'm pretty sure this is secured already, but just in case, I'll just hang around before I go top. If this Soraka passes through here, I'm probably going to try kill her. And she has Lee on top of her. Waiting for Soraka to show. Yeah, not really liking it, I don't think. I think going on the Lee, that's like the one guy that's scary. The Lee, they're trying to take out top camps. This is just because our jungler is bot doing the drag. So really, like, contesting this is a luxury. Like we maybe can, but ultimately, if we're doing this, it's just kind of like greedy. You know, we're doing it to not die, essentially. If we can stop it, we will, but it doesn't really matter that much. Because we already got what we wanted, which was the drag. So I just needed to make sure that I didn't die top during that time. Now, I might get cheesed here, and the reason for that is because no one is showing in their base yet, right? So, okay, there's Lee. I was going to say, until they show in their base, they could just be trying to cheese me top. But now, I can just, you know, come shove. So yeah, we'll just keep going top. And I don't think anyone can be here. I mean, it can be Galio or Soraka, but neither of them are particularly threatening. And it looks like an FF. So, I'll be honest, like, this game, did I do a whole lot? Not really. Like, my entire team won, so I didn't really need to do a whole lot. That being said, I think I showed you guys kind of how you should play these kind of scaling picks. Like, ultimately, it didn't really matter what I did in this game. Most likely, I would have won either way. But I think you guys can kind of see the playstyle you need to have when you're playing Corki against these sort of roaming champs. Like, you really need to have, like, a lot of uptime on the map. You really need to be making sure you're pushing side lane, farming camps, doing a whole lot of that stuff. You're not just, like, you're AFK in some sense. You're AFK for, like, the skirmishes, to be honest. But, like, you're not really AFK in terms of, like, lane pressure. And that's why I really like picking Corki into champs like Galio, because something I really value in League is having the ability to both win lane and outscale. Like, sometimes you can pick something that just outscales, but I think having the ability to win lane and outscale whenever you're picking, or whenever you're counter picking, I guess, goes a really long way. But anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying some different champs and been trying to get a few more new ones, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. Anyway, if you like the video, go and like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.